Okay, Janelle, I'm just taking a look at this. This minus this, right? What would you get rid of?
The triangle.
Very good. I'll get rid of the triangle, right?
It seems like a typical math tuition class.
This looks just like your mainstream D3 question, except that there are probably 2 more steps. But it is
But
just
these
like
primary 3 students are being prepped for a
what do you do?
special selection test.
So this is an observation and induction question, which is one type of question that comes out in your GEP selection test.
Tutor Adrian Craig is hoping to give these kids the edge to ace the yearly Gifted Education Programme, or GEP screening test.
So what do you do with this 168?
Hello.
Hey, Steve.
Mind if I sit in for a bit?
Be my guest.
Okay. Hey guys.
Every triangle will only comprise of 2 matchsticks. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So each triangle has 2. First triangle has 2, second triangle has 2, third triangle has 2, fourth triangle has 2, and so on. Then what do you do with 100?
Adrian tells me that he's been preparing students for the GEP test for the past 7 years.
Then what do you do with 100?
Content of these screening tests are typically kept under wraps, which is why GEP prep classes like Adrian's are so popular. Adrian used to offer these classes during holiday periods only, but due to demand, he extended it into a full year course.
This is the basic pattern.
So why are you doing it in that sense?
Come June, come August, October, parents would ask, okay, so how can I prepare my kids? So they got the letter, right? So they ask, how do I prepare my kids for GEP screening? Nobody knows how to prepare for it. So that's the genesis of the program. Not so much of, we know that there's a GEP test and then we create something out of it. No, I think it is the reverse. It is more of parents asking what can we do to help the kids.
How do you know exactly what to teach them?
This is something that you have to accumulate over years. It's not something you can go to a popular bookstore and buy a 10 series for. So the only source we can get is from people that have actually taken the test. The primary source would be students, certain parents' forums. You can see questions posted on the GEP test, what actually came out a day after, as immediate as that.
Do you feel this defeats the purpose of GEP, which is to weed out the natural ability of these kids?
Any sort of preparation, be it enrichment for what we're doing for the mainstream courses, English, mathematics, science, versus GEP preparation. I mean, how is it different? How is preparation for GEP different from preparation from English, math, science?
But it's not really the same because the math, science, Chinese things, those are basic in any school, primary school education. But the GEP is meant for, you know, those who might have a greater ability. So now you may be helping kids who are on the borderline get into GEP, who may then suffer while in GEP.
Sure. Yeah, that is one thing we always have to be very careful of. That, granted, yeah. So when parents come in, they always ask, do you think my child can get into GEP? These are very tough questions. Even having taught this program especially for 7-8 years, there's no way you can tell whether eventually a student will get